Hey guys, mcfixit here. We're going to work on this smoke detector. It was beeping last night and ended up taking it off and putting a new battery in. So you go ahead and twist it to the left and then just slightly pull it down. You'll see the cords there, and you can go ahead and pull it straight out. And on this one you can see it says 2002 August 15th. This is almost 20 years old. These things are only supposed to last 15 years, so 10 years, sorry, not 15 years. So we're going to go ahead and replace the whole unit. If you were just getting the battery, you can go right in here and pop that down and trade it off for a new 9-volt battery, put it back in and put it. But we're going to go ahead and show you how to do a complete change out on this. Make sure you're up to code, which is about 10 years. That way, make sure if you do have a fire, you are properly alarmed. Even though this one has been working, at least beeping. You just heard it beep because the battery's out of it. But we're going to replace that and show you how it's done.
Here are the tools and supplies you're going to need. You're going to need a Phillips or a flathead screwdriver because underneath the old one does have this bracket. You will need to loosen up some screws, take off the old bracket. The new one does come with one. So that's the only tools you need. Supplies, you want something that's going to work and work well. Don't go cheap on this. It is the same brand, but this is a lot newer model, and so I did get the one with all of the adapters, and it does need a different adapter than the old one. And so you could do the wire nuts and go through all that. I like the adapters. You don't have to turn off breakers or anything like that. And this one also, even though it's powered by wire hardwired into your house's electrical, it does have a backup with a 9-volt battery. And this one is actually kind of even cooler. It's a push button on the front, so it loads right on the front nice and easy. You can find these just about anywhere. There'll be a link in the description as well to find one if that's helpful for you. So now that you have that down, you can go ahead and open up your package. There is a little thing right here. Go ahead and open it up. And inside you will see a little bracket, your smoke detector with the battery right there. So then there are a number of different connectors. And so I already know just by looking at it, this is the connector we will need because it goes in this. It is the old version. The other connectors are good, but they're not for this. They do come with one. If yours does not come with anything, you can go up there and re-hardwire it. So with this method, you don't have to turn anything off like breakers. You're just going to put the pins in the way that it goes. So you're going to line up the pins. That clip should connect on perfectly. And you'll hear it click and snap in. Then this is what goes onto the new one, so you can go ahead and push that up in there. So you will need a Phillips or a flathead. These do have both options on there. Some of the older ones may only have flathead. And you do not need to take these all the way out, just a few turns. Will allow this plate to move, which is exactly what we want, and then just come straight out. I would encourage you to just go ahead and replace it with the new plate it came with. They tend to just always fit better, and then you don't have to put it up there and then take it back down. And you're going to line up the holes the same way you just did. Sometimes these plates, this plate is a little bit bigger, thicker, so I am going to have to go ahead and loosen these up just a touch more. And the goal is to get these to fit. One other thing is if you have like a really faded room, you want to make sure this is lined up straight. This is a pretty newer house, so I don't have to worry about that too much. But if your smoke detector has been there forever, you don't want it to have like different lines. So line this up appropriately. And some of the older houses especially will use this A1 that you can see here. That's normally for older houses. And I just try to fish this as far kind of back up in here as possible. Go ahead and take your new one. I'm going to go ahead and take off the plastic on here. There is a little sticker. This one is kind of nice too because you don't have to take it all the way off. Just push that down. And then you're going to go ahead and line this up. And it is 3 prongs as well. One of the reasons I do like the hardwired as well is if one goes off in the house, they are all hardwired together, and so they should be able to kind of all go off in unison. And then as you're putting this back up, you do want to mark the date of installation on there. So today is 4/8/21. And that way it does show on there. That also will help you remind you that every 10 years you should go ahead and change these out. You push it up and you typically spin it to the right and it should catch just like that. It does say twist on, twist off if you can't remember. And then you push and hold to test and you should hear it go off. That is a good thing. This does say test weekly. Go ahead and do that. That's the safest way to be. But yeah, pretty simple fix from going from the old one to the new one in just a few minutes. This is a project you can definitely do yourself or help somebody out like a grandma or an aunt or an uncle or a family member or a neighbor, whatever. If this was helpful, please like and subscribe. Very easy project you can do yourself. Thank you guys for watching.